when you get it, it can be great, from what I recall. Peaceful, restorative, but when you have bad dreams, nightmares, or even night terrors, it is not the good kind of sleep.
And here to help us recognize what's happening and how to handle it in the moment is Dr. Karen Ryan. She is a psychologist with Nystrom and Associates. It's so nice to have you here.
Good morning.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Okay, so let's talk about this. I mean, you can have like bad dreams, you can have nightmares, you can have night terrors,
Yeah.
and we were discussing yesterday. What is the difference?
What is the
between
difference?
three?
Yeah, and I think it's helpful to know. So bad dreams are dreams that happen when you're in that REM sleep. So it's like that lighter sleep tends to be like the second half of the night. And when you wake up and you wake up and you're like, oh, that was kind of a weird dream, or that was awkward, or what was that? And so bad dreams happen like while you're sleeping, you stay asleep and you sometimes remember them in the morning, right?
Okay.
Where a nightmare is, it's significant enough where it wakes you up. So you're sleeping, again, it's that REM, rapid eye movement sleep. So it's where your body's still, but your eyes are kind of moving back behind your eyelids. You might see that if you've ever seen a kid, or sometimes even dogs, their eyelids will flip. You'll see it, and then that'll wake you up. So you kind of wake up terrified and scared. And so that's a nightmare, wakes you up in the middle of the night. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say then what's the difference then with the night terror? Yeah.
So a night terror then happens in a different level of sleep, so a deeper level of sleep, and that is where the person is more active, your body's moving, and so, but you are not awake. So we see this really often, it's more often in children than adults. So it happens when kids are really fatigued, when they've been really, maybe have done a ton of like exercise and they're really exhausted physically, and it can also be connected to fevers. And so that is, it's really distressing for the parent, because all of a sudden your child is like thrashing around, or they're extremely distressed, and you can't comfort them. And you try to like touch them or help them calm, and it can upset them even more. And so that's a night terror. So the child seems awake, but doesn't recognize you as not in a...
I'm just remembering that one of ours would sleepwalk, and I assume that's kind of the same. That in the same space.
There is. If you sleepwalk, you're more likely to have night terrors, because it's a similar kind of mechanism happening in the brain.
It was always when he was overtired.
Yep.
I mean, we knew it was like, and then, but it's the weirdest thing, because you don't really know what. You don't know what to do.
How to handle it. Yeah.
Exactly. And so how you handle a night terror, right, when that person is moving around or awake and seems really distressed, is the first thing, just take a deep breath as the loved one and stay calm. Remind yourself, like, this feels really scary, but it's not dangerous to them. And when the kid seems so distressed, the reality is they very rarely remember it in the morning. So they're not even going to know this happened. And so you just stay with them, stay calm. They tend to last 5 to 20 minutes. And then what happens is they end kind of quickly, and the child just goes back to bed. And so that's a night terror. So it's really kind of riding it out.
Isn't there some kind of like urban legend that if you woke somebody up when they were in the middle of one, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, those old legends.
Like you don't wake somebody up in the middle of the. I mean, is that?
Yeah.
Where did that even come from?
No, so that would be like for a night terror, like when you see, like you'll know right away, like if you're talking to them and trying to help them, calms them or agitates them. You know, they're either going to like push you away and get stressed, or they're going to start to calm.
Yeah.
Right. And so with a nightmare, when you wake up, when a child wakes up, what's really helpful is to remind them that they're safe, because we think about the brain and it's amazingly skilled at making things seem real when we imagine them. So when we're dreaming, we're in the state of where we think this is actually happening to us. So if a child wakes up and they come into your room and they say, I just had this nightmare, this scary thing happened, there are some things that you can do that are really helpful.
Okay. Tell us
so
about that.
yeah, you bet. So what you want to do is like bring them back to their room to show them that their room is safe. Like, let's go back to your room. I'm going to be with you. Let's go back to your bedroom. And then you can do grounding. So grounding is what helps get your brain off of that loop of I'm in this really scary place and reminds you that you're safe. Okay? So grounding skills, the number one thing is like tie in your senses. So as you go into the room, you say, hey, can you find your lovey? So maybe like, can you find your stuffed panda? Or do you see your blanket here? Okay, can you look at the clock? What time does the clock say? So you're making them look at things. Hey, honey, can you look into my eyes? So then you're connecting with what they can see. And then you say, hey, can you lay down? Can you feel your head on the pillow? Can you feel your comforter? Can you feel what that feels like? You can give them a sip of water and say, hey, can you taste the water? Or even a sip of juice or milk. And can you feel it in your mouth? Can you feel what temperature? Is it cold? Is it room temperature? And then, hey, can you hear my voice? Can you hear anything else? Oh, I can hear the heater on. Oh, and I can hear that clock tick down the hall. And so it's really helping them tie in all those senses. You can even put lotion on their hands. Say, hey, can you smell that? It doesn't even have to be scented lotion. You can still smell it. And so really reminding them that they're safe. If they're distressed, you can say, you validate it, like, I know that was really scary and you're safe now. We're here in your room. And then another skill you can do to help ground is help them recall, like, what did they do that day? And what are you doing tomorrow?
Put some pleasant
Put some
thoughts
pleasant
in their
thoughts.
heads,
And just
yeah.
really like reminding them, like, oh, that monster's not chasing me. You didn't really pass away unexpectedly. There wasn't a fire in the house. We're safe in the house. Earlier today, we went to Target, and tomorrow we're, who knows, going to school. And then you promised me, like, Greta, to take me to the Dollar Tree, right? Yeah. And so really helping remind them that they're safe. And these are skills that you can do as an adult as well, right? Because adults have nightmares. Adults have like kind of trauma responses. So same sort of thing. Ground yourself by, what do I see? What do I hear? What do I smell? What can I feel? And what can I taste? And really help your brain get out of that kind of fear factor, and ground is really helpful.
I remember having nightmares as a kid, and my mom would lay in bed with me and she would say things like, let's just think of our favorite things, like
Yeah.
rainbows and butterflies and ice cream, and like that's how we got me out of it too.
Extremely skillful,
Yeah.
yeah. Or like my daughter will say, like, let's name all the types of chips we can. Or what do you put on toast? That was one of her favorite
Yeah.
ones. Or how many sodas can you name? Exactly like
Yeah.
that. Or your favorite this, favorite that. Mm-hmm.
Do people tend to remember like a nightmare or a night terror in the morning? Because you said that they don't
Yeah.
typically remember night terrors.
Yep.
Even like the next morning they won't remember them?
No, it's very rare to remember a night terror. So the ones where they're up and they're moving around, no recollection of that. Just like most people don't remember sleepwalking.
Yeah.
I talk in my sleep all the time and I have no recollection
Yeah.
of it. Whereas the nightmare or the bad dream, you are more likely to remember it. Yeah.
And is it helpful to talk about it?
Yeah, I think, so that's one of the things to think about. So those are skills like in the moment. And then what can be helpful is like if you notice a pattern, like if you notice a pattern of really bad dreams or nightmares or night terrors, like that's time where it can be like helpful to come in and talk to somebody and really look at the environmental stressors. Like you were saying, Chris, like, okay, is there a pattern with sleep, with like being really fatigued or overtired? Is there a pattern with, okay, I keep having dreams about this one person in my life? Can I like kind of explore what's happening there in that relationship? Or if I'm having dreams about work or I'm having dreams about parents. And so it can be helpful to talk about and just like, what's going on? What's connected to that? Like, what am I feeling in the dream? What am I worried about? So that can be helpful of kind of exploring for those underlying kind of psychological things that could be there.
Dr. Ryan, thank you.
My
We
pleasure.
want to have you back and do some dream analysis.
Segment 2. Yeah, part 2. Yeah.
Perfect.
You bet.
Nystrom & Associates, by the way, does provide care in the fields of psychiatry, psychology, family therapy, and more. If you are struggling with stress, anxiety, depression, or addiction, make sure that you reach out to them.